is Jason, and I am sitting in a long wheelbase Autobiography by Range Rover. And today I'm just going to do a little bit of a review. Not too much of one because, well, time is limited and batteries are dying. All sorts of fun things are going on today. But I did some beauty shots and those are going to be featured in this video, so hopefully you can enjoy that. But all in all, I'm just wanted to show people and answer some questions. Why a Range Rover? Why not? There was nothing like it. And even today, there still really isn't anything like it. BMW has tried with the X5. Jeep has tried with their new all-terrain response that they've came out with, and also their air suspension system. And you got other companies out there like Mercedes G-Wagon that say they're one of the ultimate off-road vehicles, but in the end of all things, they still just don't quite cut it. Now, first and foremost, and everyone needs to remember this, Range Rover is an off-road vehicle. A lot of people forget that. Actually, about 90% of the people that buy these vehicles have no idea what it's capable of doing off-road. But it is actually phenomenal what you can do with it off-road. The air suspension system is just one of the many features that just make this vehicle, well, fantastic. One, it doesn't ride like your typical SUV. It's actually extremely smooth and almost has, well, kind of a magic carpet ride. It's beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful. When you get off-road, well, it does something a little different. You can raise it up a little bit higher, and it gives you the clearance that you never thought you could have on any other SUV ever. And in the process, it allows you to go places that you never thought you could possibly go. And it just makes it so much fun. You really do have to experience it to really understand just how much fun it is to fully utilize this vehicle the way it's capable of being used. So right now I was taking some beauty shots, so I'm pulling out of this photo booth that we have here at my dealership where I work, which is H&H Premier of Omaha, Nebraska. And we do BMW, Mini, Land Rover, and Jaguar. And, well, it's very clear to see where Land Rover, specifically the new Range Rover, gets its true beauty, and it's all thanks to Jaguar. You look inside and everything is just beautiful brushed aluminum, beautiful chrome. All the leather in this vehicle is semi-aniline leather, and it's just very, very soft. Now this one doesn't have really a nice wood veneer, but it does have something that is just as expensive. This here is black lacquer, the same black lacquer you would have on a grand piano, but it's still real wood. There is wood trim all throughout this vehicle. You just can't see the grain. It's got a black lacquer on it. Go figure. The dash is all stitched leather, and it's a supple leather trim. It's absolutely phenomenal. And of course I'm backing up right now, so yeah, we're gonna have to deal with parking assist sensors, which are extremely user-friendly, and of course all the cameras that surround this thing, which there are plenty. Going a little bit further back, and then I'll go ahead and get this thing parked. All right, we're in park. So yes, the dash is all stitched. Oh, one of the features that just kicked in right now is auto off, and I've actually had someone recently ask me, do you have to have it on all the time? I don't like it. Truth be told, no, you don't need to have it on all the time. It's a feature that's supposed to well, save fuel when you're at a long stoplight. It shuts the engine off. Keeps your features and everything working like normal, but it shuts everything off. Then as soon as you let off the gas pedal, the engine comes right back to life instantly. It kind of weirds people out a little bit, but I understand where Land Rover was going with it, because they did lighten this vehicle quite a bit. No, not necessarily the long wheelbase. We got another 6 inches almost of room in this vehicle, but they've done everything they can to make this vehicle far lighter than the previous model. The leather on the steering wheel is just a nice, supple, soft leather. It's the same leather that you find on the dash. And the red leather throughout this particular model, and was all semi-aniline leather, and it's just extremely soft to the touch. You just feel like you're being coddled in a very soft blanket. The ceiling is, a lot of people want to call it suede. It technically is suede, but it's actually a material known as Alcantara, and it's a suede-like material that lasts far longer than regular suede, and of course it's just about as expensive, so go figure. The other thing that's really nice about this vehicle is, well, I can't play it for you because the microphone on any of my cameras here are not going to pick it up, but it happens to be the Meridian 29 speaker 3D audio. It's absolutely phenomenal. There's speakers in the ceiling just to go ahead and make sure you get this full concert arrangement. So if you're listening to Vivaldi, you're going to feel like you're sitting in the middle of the orchestra. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And the only way to really experience it is to come down to the dealership and actually listen to it and get a feel of it for yourself. All in all, there's so much to this vehicle, and there's no way I can cover it in a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video. You really do just need to sit down with someone and actually just look over everything. I mean, right now I'm sitting behind a 510 horsepower supercharged V8. It's connected to a very smooth shifting 8-speed automatic transmission, and it sends power evenly to all 4 wheels. It's a permanent all-wheel drive system. And 0 to 60, well, takes about 5.9 seconds is what they have this rated at. Some people have actually been able to go faster, but it's quick. You're not going to have any disappointments in performance with this particular vehicle. And it's surprising because it's not a small vehicle. Originally, the long wheelbase model was made available from Land Rover on the Classic model, which from 1970 to 1995 stayed around. It had variations here and there, but it was basically the same rig. In 1992, in the summer of 92, they came out with the long wheelbase for the 93 model year, and it was a hit, became an instant classic, and it is a classic now. People are trying their best to find them, so if someone tries to sell them, they're going to get a fairly decent amount of money for it because they're a collector edition now. They were only around for 3 years. They ended it in 1995. The 3rd generation model of the Range Rover never offered a long wheelbase, and a lot of people kept saying, bring us the long wheelbase, we want the long wheelbase. Well, it didn't happen. A lot of other great features happened, great performance, great improvements in terms of overall reliability. The quality of these vehicles is substantially better than they've ever been. The way things are put together, the engine, the transmission, the air suspension system, everything, the whole chassis is just put together so much better than ever before. It's just a beautiful vehicle, and it will last, if you take care of it, it will last you decades. But anyways, the 4th generation, which this is, came out, and everyone's going, well, they heard rumors that Land Rover was finally thinking about going back into doing a long wheelbase model. And sure enough, the 2014 Range Rover finally offered a long wheelbase. It's so great what they've done. They've made this so that it's a vehicle that's perfectly catered to you and your likes, because they know once you buy it, you're not going to want to get out of it. You're going to want to keep going for, well, as long as it can possibly keep going for you. It's a wonderful vehicle. But anyways, 2014 long wheelbase came out, then the Autobiography here came out, and now that Land Rover is part of the Jaguar family, it's catering more to executives. So you have to have things like semi-aniline leather trim, Alcantara headliners, and fully adjustable rear seats with massage that also cool and heat up at the touch of a button. It is unlike anything Land Rover has ever experienced or probably even thought of in the past, but it's what they wanted to become. But in the end of all things, the root of this vehicle stays the same. It is still first and foremost an off-road rig, and you really just have to drive it to experience it. Unfortunately, here in Omaha, we don't have a lot of places for people to go off-road and truly experience this vehicle for what it's capable of doing. But I'm from Colorado. We have a 2006 Range Rover, and we would go four-wheeling in it as often as we can. Our dates were going up into the mountains behind Pikes Peak just to experience the joys of actually going off-road and having fun in our vehicle. And this vehicle really does all of that. It's a pure joy. The luxury is just the icing on the cake. And the icing on the cake is, well, it's very rich. So you would love this vehicle. All in all, I would absolutely love to own one of these one day. Fantastic vehicle, even a fantastic vehicle to get used. If someone decides they want to get a newer version in the future and they trade this one in, you won't be disappointed in any way, shape, or form. So anyways, definitely encourage you to do a test drive, see what you think of the vehicle. If you ever have any questions, advisors that are available will do anything that they can to answer those questions and make sure you fully understand what it is you're checking into, so that if you do buy one, you can truly just love it for what it is. Anyways, I'm Jason. I work here at H&H Premier of Omaha. Again, if you're here in the area, I recommend you come and try it out. Look at the video I'm doing here right now. Just go ahead and check out the beauty shots that I have. Just enjoy it and see what you think. It's a lot better to see in person than it is to see in video, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, hope you enjoy, and again, check out the Range Rover. You'll love it.